Okay, so anytime you're snowboarding, two main things, necessities that you will need is snowboarding boots and a board with bindings on it, of course. Um, Other optional things, which you most likely will need because it's cold up here, snowboarding pants, gloves, waterproof, preferred, jackets, face masks, goggles, beanies, all that warm stuff. So step one is, of course, going to be strapping into your snowboard, which you will be bound to for the duration of the time. Now, before you get on any lifts, every ski resort requires you to only put in your so it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you have the bindings on the board, you'll just place the boot inside it, ratchet them up like that. And the key to it is, for both the boots and the bindings, is to make sure that they are very tight. You don't want to be cutting off the circulation of your foot, but you don't want to have any wiggle room to when you're trying to turn and stuff. And if it's tight, it makes it a lot easier to do all of that. So once you're all strapped in and ready to go, the first step is going to be standing up. The easiest way to stand up is starting on your butt. When you stand up in this way, you're going to make sure you lean back on your heels so that the back edge of your board has the front edge up to the mountain. Step 2, standing up. So an important tip to always keep in mind is whenever your back is towards the mountain, as I am right now, you want your heels digging into the ground with your toes up. Then vice versa, the other way, when you're facing the mountain, you would want your toes digging into the ground with your heels up. So once you've mastered the art of standing up, the next process is going to be turns or stopping. They're related in the same way. So for turning, the easiest and most preferred way for most people learning would be turning into your heels so that your back is to the mountain, face down the mountain. So that would look something like this. So the second way to turn, which can be a little bit more difficult for most people, it was for me definitely, would be turning the opposite direction, which would be facing the mountain back to the bottom of the mountain, which would be making sure you keep a lot of force up on your toes. So that would look something like this. Once you've got all those steps down and feel comfortable with going down the mountain at your own pace, of course, you can move on to what's called an S, which is basically just turning both directions and keeping a steady pace that way. And it'll look something like this.
Plot twist.